Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Wednesday, May the 2nd, and this is the market overview looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, TNA, UUP, FXE, GLD, SLV, and all those other ones. Before I get tongue twisted. Okay. Well, today was a win for the bulls. I was expecting a down move today or a turn day, and sort of got both of those. At its lowest, it looked absolutely fantastic, and then it bounced right back, only down just over 10 points, ending with a very, very pretty hanging man. But we have no downtick, so can't go too much off of that. But just a spectacular, considering all the negative news that came out at the beginning of the day. Euroland was annihilated today. The bulls were able to pull it out. It was amazing. So, possible reversal candle. Not yet up to the previous month's upper price consensus level. Not re-breaking the previous high. And other than that, what do we have to work with? Well, it came so close to many, many things. 14-day RSI moving average started ticking up, started yesterday. We have the stochastics high. We're waiting for those to roll over. CCI ticked down, RSI ticked down, MACD ticked up, and the MACD histogram, it came so close to a downtick, but it is a slight uptick. So momentum at the moment is waning, and we need a downtick on the MACD histogram, and then hopefully we'll get the stochastics to follow suit, and then we'll have some kind of pullback. Should be somewhat restrained by the 14-day RSI moving average moving up, but it hasn't left under its 20 yet. Or actually, you know what? I'm confusing my lines here. It's actually right in the middle. Sorry about that. Alright, so that is what it looks like. And well, yesterday we looked at the 60, might as well look at the 60 again. We were saying in last night's video that it looked like it needed to move down, and sure enough, it did, and in a significant way. But it didn't take out this previous floor, so now you can look at this and say, oh, we have a higher low. Certainly that would be encouraging. The gap fill has not totally completed yet. It came really close today, but not quite. Other than that, what do we have? Well, we have the stochastics have gone all the way down, looped over. CCI is struggling to figure out what to do with itself. Ended the day with the RSI ticking down, the histogram ticking down, and the MACD sloping up, 14-day RSI moving average pointing down. So victory for the bulls. I have to see if there is any further upside tomorrow. But it's come down into the long-term moving averages, and yeah, it's bouncing. So it's pretty darn impressive. SPX, we keep noticing that the S&P is not as strong as the Dow, and yeah, it came down pretty good today. Came back up, ended with a hanging man, also not as pretty as the Dow's. No downtick. Ending right at the major price consensus level for the previous month. And the stochastics seem to be trying to roll over. CCI down, RSI down, MACD histogram very slightly up, MACD up. 14-day RSI moving average has not turned. It's still going sideways, so much weaker than the Dow. But still not a bad showing at all. Kind of interesting in that it did, at its lowest, exceed the complete tail from yesterday and from Monday. So, I think that's right. Yes, from Monday as well. So that is actually a little bit of a warning sign, but we're going to have to see it follow through. VIX, the fear index, not a bad showing today. Actually getting an uptick, resolving intraday. Fat body inverse hammer, middle Bollinger Band still above everything. It was able just to hold pat, and 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down. Stochastics coming on up. and we were saying how these moving to meet the 14-day RSI moving average helps to restrain a move, and it sure seems to have done that today. Up on the RSI, up on the MACD histogram, and down on the MACD. And this one, actually, I'm going to zoom in and take a look, because this was interesting. This did not reflect the overall market. I mean, it came down for a good chunk of the day and then flatlined, whereas everything else kept trying to melt up. So not reflected in this. Something is not telling the truth. It's either the indexes or it's the VIX itself. So just find that interesting. And in the 60-minute time frame, just to get a further read on it, 14-day RSI moving average is rolling over. Stochastics are still moving down. Up on the CCI, sideways on the RSI, slanting down on the MACD histogram, and trying to loop over on the MACD. More bearish than bullish, definitely. So there's a good chance that the VIX is what's lying, unfortunately. CompQ, the NASDAQ. Another clue. Bullish engulfing. Very strong day. Getting above the major price consensus level for the current month, the new month. 14-day RSI moving average is still ticking down. Stochastics are attempting to go down on the CCI, down on the RSI, up on the histogram, and completing a bullish cross on the MACD. Hitting the bar and bouncing off of it. Yes, it looks pretty bullish to me. TNA. Ooh. Also very strong day. 14-day RSI moving average ticking up very slightly. Stochastics trying to come down, CCI trying to come down, RSI down, histogram slightly up, MACD up. Pretty mixed, very impressive showing, and getting close to the upper price consensus level for the new month. Not bad at all. You might as well take a look at the 60 since small caps should lead. And we noticed the weakness yesterday and said that that was not a good sign. Sure enough, gap down, everything gap down, and but very strong climb throughout the day. 14-day RSI moving average going sideways, changing to neutral. Stochastics on the way up, CCI up, RSI up, histogram sloping up, and MACD going sideways. Not a bad looking chart. I would imagine it should be able to get to the major price consensus level and then hopefully turn over, but we shall see. UUP, the dollar. See, this does not make sense at all now, does it? And dollar goes up, the markets should be doing poorly. We got an uptick today. It was resolved intraday, gapped above the 200-day moving average, and came to rest just below it. 14-day RSI moving average pointing up, Stochastics pointing up, CCI pointing up, RSI pointing up, histogram pointing up, or ticking up, and the MACD also pointing up, looking for a bullish cross. I mean, if the dollar comes roaring back, that should not be good for the markets, and certainly the markets should not have done as well as they did today, considering what the dollar did. Yeah, it went down essentially the entire day, which helped the market, but it ended higher than it was yesterday, so that does not jive. So if the dollar is looking good, the euro should be looking poor, right? Well, spinning top, kissed and backed away from the major price consensus level for the new month, pierced it. Down on the 14-day RSI moving average, down on the stochastics, down on the CCI, down on the RSI, down on the histogram, down on the MACD, looking for a bearish cross. And yeah, this looks bad, and it is very much news driven, but it should not be good for the markets. Looking at the 60-minute time frame just to see if we can get a little more confirmation of what it should be doing. Down on the 14-day RSI moving average, the stochastics are turning around, CCI up, RSI down, histogram sloping up, MACD still pointing down, and yeah, still have some floors to take out, but anyways, not Not too bad in the 60-minute time frame actually because of the stochastics, but and the MACD histogram. But anyways, not looking good in the daily. XLF, the financials. Any real rally needs to have the financials on board. They didn't do that great today. Ending with a hammer, getting a downtick, resolving it intraday. It's free to do whatever it wants at this moment. Sitting on top of the bar. We need to see if it's going to bounce off of it or just sit on it and wear it away. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down. Stochastics looping over. CCI down, RSI down, histogram down, MACD barely up. Not great. Not great. And bouncing off of the bar is fine. It should be support, and yeah, kissed it and had a reaction. But each reaction will produce less as it is worn away, and it is wearing away. Have I looked at oil yet? No. There's another reason why today doesn't really make that much sense. Red day on oil, not good for the markets. Downtick. Downtick is not resolved. It comes in at just above 1225. 14-day RSI moving average is ticking up. That is good for the bulls. These stochastics are trying to roll over. CCI down, RSI down. Histogram very slightly. Ew. Histogram even. And the MACD itself ticking up. So, markets should not have been as strong, but it is what it is. Just have to go with it. And so overall, except for the needing of a reset on some of the secondaries, actually 3 of the secondaries, it looks pretty darn good. But anyways, very mixed. And I guess I shouldn't be too surprised because running into the long-term moving averages should have a response, but it's just the overall action of the markets in relation to the movement of oil. But anyways, I digress. Apple. Apple had a good day. Bullish engulfing. Fat body spinning top. Almost got an uptick, not quite. 14-day RSI moving average is still turning down, or ticking down. Stochastic still pointing down. Slight down on the CCI, up on the RSI, up on the histogram, and down on the MACD. Pretty darn mixed, but overall, it shouldn't be too long until everything else flips up definitively, and then Apple should move up. So not too bad for Apple. GE, trying to get a better read on the Dow. Very pretty hanging man. 14-day RSI moving average ticking sideways, not up. Stochastics high, trying to flip over, but not doing so yet. Down on the CCI, down on the RSI, slightly up on the MACD histogram, and up on the MACD. Overall, not too bad. We don't have a downtick, and maybe we'll get one over the next couple of days. GLD, still a mess. I still don't care for it. Ending with a hammer. Could be potential reversal, but down on the 14-day RSI moving average. Stochastics mixed. Down on the CCI, down on the RSI, down on the histogram, up on the MACD. Very, very mixed, very, very ugly. Could go either way, and really not enough to sway in one direction or the other. SLV. Yeah, this looks even worse than gold. Down on the 14-day RSI moving average, stochastics rolling over. CCI down, RSI down, histogram, nothing. MACD slight down. Pretty worthless chart, except that silver is just not attractive. How about Amazon? Yeah, look at the excessive separation. Awesome. But bullish engulfing. 14-day RSI moving average ticking up. Stochastics locked high. Down on the CCI, down on the RSI, up on the histogram, up on the MACD. No signs as of yet that it's time for it to roll over, and I'm looking forward to when it does. But it's not time yet. And Starbucks. Spinning top. Got an uptick today. Uptick target is... I'm really going to have to blow this up. Uh, 58.3. Not far away. 14-day RSI moving average ticking down. Stochastics mixed. Up on the CCI, down on the RSI. Up on the MACD histogram, down on the MACD. Very, very mixed. Goes with the spinning top. And resolving the uptick will be very, very easy. So that wouldn't be surprising at all. VXX. Inside day, spinning top, no uptick. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking up, even with its poor movement. Stochastics about to turn, hopefully. CCI ticking up, RSI ticking up, MACD histogram uptick slightly, MACD going sideways. Hopefully there'll be some movement to the upside soon, but and getting very close to its previous floor. Still, not too much changed except for some upticks. And anything else? How about JP Morgan, just for fun? Still sitting on the long-term moving average bar, compressing it, eroding it. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down. Stochastics attempting to get underway to the downside, down on the CCI, down on the RSI, and slightly up, very slightly up on MACD histogram. MACD going sideways, ending with a small hanging man or hammer, and it's really just a flat line in the price with a little bit of variation. But yeah, just sitting there is completely fine with me. It doesn't. It didn't even attempt to break yesterday's high or even take a run at it, much less the previous high or even the recent high. So very, very weak in comparison to the Dow or the SPX, and this one means a lot. So I find that interesting as well. Anything else? I guess that will just about do it. And tomorrow is all kinds of news in the morning, so those will have some kind of an effect. If it's negative again, can the dippers save the Dow twice in a row? Heck, if the news is good, then it's just going to go out and break out again. So very, very interesting. And of course, everyone's waiting for the jobs numbers on Friday. I'm more of the opinion of waiting for the elections in France, because those are going to have a huge reaction, I think. But as always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.